So on my way home, I got a notification on my phone from the New York Times, and it's a story written by Monica Lewinsky, and it's titled "Roger Ailes' Dream Was My Nightmare." Now, as some of you may know, Roger Ailes died like a few weeks ago, and he, yeah. Anyway, but what I found interesting about the story was the fact that it's funny how people decide to, I don't want to say talk bad about people, but kind of air their dirty laundry after they die. It's just like, why couldn't you do it while they were alive? Like, what was he going to do? He had already been ousted by Fox News. So what could he have done? Like, what could he have done to you that was more embarrassing than the fact that you slept with the president of the United States and everyone found out? Now, she, I'm not going to read the story. Um, but basically, she, was saying how he used her to get news ratings, and how what Fox News is. Fox News is basically like a gossip news station or a gossip corporation. They basically want to air everyone's dirty laundry, put people on blast or whatever. But my thing is, like, you slept with the president of the United States, and everyone knew he was married. How did you not think that no one was going to find out? Even if Fox News didn't find out, someone was bound to find out. I mean, I'm pretty sure more people knew that they were having some kind of relationship. But I kind of want to talk about the fact that a lot of people say, or mostly black women say, how black men, demean or degrade black women, and that's why they go to white men because white men treat their women better. That's bullshit. White men, if anybody, degrade and demean women more than black men do. And I'm not saying all black men do, some do. You have the rappers, then you have, the men who grew up in broken homes and they've seen abusive relationships all their lives or whatever. But the thing is, white men do it more, and they do it in the most embarrassing ways. Like, they want to put you on blast. So, another thing is, white women tend to sleep their way to the top. So basically, she got in her position from sleeping around, and the thing is, like, white women can't get to places they want to get on their own merit. Therefore, they have to open their legs or, get on their knees for someone, as opposed to black women who work their asses off to get to where they need to be, because we have to work that much more harder than white women do. And the thing is, white men do not take white women seriously. That's why she was used as a pawn. That's why she was outed, because they wanted to get higher ratings. That's how basically Fox News got its, I don't want to say its start, but that's how it became so widespread and well known, because of the scandal with her and Bill Clinton. Another point I wanted to make was that um, white men don't take white women seriously. That's why you have so many cases of white men abusing white women, white men raping white women. They don't take them seriously. They don't, look at white women as, you know, their partners or, their counterparts or anything like that. They look at them as less. White men think that everyone is beneath them. They think that they are superior to everyone, that they're at the top of the food chain. They're basically the hierarchy, which is not true, but they like to think so. And so, like I said, they don't take white women seriously, and that's where you get the whole feminist groups from, because they don't want, or they don't see anybody else as their equals. And so white women take that offensive, and they want to be equal to white men, which is not going to happen. They think nothing of you, and that's, like I said, that's where you have your feminist groups. And white women tend to not speak up for themselves. That's why you have so many white women who are who, when they do get raped or abused or something, they don't say anything, because no one's going to take them seriously, because they weren't taken seriously by the person who abused them, who was a white man. So they fear going to, other white men or someone else, because they feel inferior. That's how they're made to feel. That's how they are. And that goes back to, when the white women, they stayed at home, back to even times during slavery. Yes, the white women were above the slaves. However, they were still beneath the white men. You see how these white men would go to these black women because black women are strong. Black women have a mind of their own. They say what they feel. They're a challenge. And white men don't like to be challenged. They don't like to be challenged. They want everything to be easy. They want you to basically bow down to them, be their bitch, say yes, and everything like that. But that's not the case when it comes to most black women. I'm not gonna say all, because there are some black women who are like that, and those are the black women who go to the white men who will bow down and be their bitch, their bed wench. So white men have this thing about them that they want to instill fear in everyone, and they want everyone to be scared of them. Well, the thing is, they're the most fearful, because honestly, I don't take white men seriously. I don't take white people seriously to begin with. So you have these white men who, like I said, they think that they're better than everyone else. They think they're superior. They think they rule the world. They're the ones who brainwashed and whitewashed a lot of black people into thinking that they are superior, and that black people in any other race is inferior. That, and it goes all the way back to like how you have the Greek gods, which were based off of the African gods. Is That's where they got it from. What people don't understand is white people are so weak, and they are so beneath us. What they do is they take everything that we do and try to make it their own, and make it look like it was their idea, when in actuality it was our idea. But because we've been so whitewashed and so brainwashed into thinking, oh, white is better, oh, they came up with this, oh, we need white people, that's what happened. But back to my point. Now, Monica Lewinsky, why she came out with this, post or article or whatever, I have no idea. I mean, she came out with it after he's dead, but I mean, like, this happened in the 90s, and you're just now saying something about it? Like, what do you think was going to happen? I mean, all this time. Did you think he was going to do something worse than outing you? And it kind of goes back to the thing of white men instilling fear in people. I think the only people that they instill fear in is white women. Because you have the likes of, Tommy Loren, who was fired from her job because she had her own views. White men don't want white women or anybody else to have their own views. They want you to go with their narrative. You're not allowed to think for yourself. You're not allowed to have, your own opinion. You're not allowed to have anything. You are to do what they say. You're supposed to be the pretty face, and you're just supposed to sit there and look pretty, and the stuff that comes out your mouth is supposed to be stupid and dumb. And that's what white women are for. That's how they get into these businesses. And the thing is, if you want to sit here and do what you want to do, these white men will go as far as to sleep their way to the top, not realizing that yes, you slept your way to the top, but you can still be brought all the way back down, because you knew that these men, majority of the time, are married. You knew they were married. You knew they had a wife. And if anything were to come out, you would still be the one embarrassed. You would be the one taking all of the heat. You would still be ridiculed. And like I said, it really, I don't understand the point of why this article came out. I mean, this happened like, what, almost 20 years ago? So the fact of the matter is, you think that it's going to do something now? It's not going to do anything. The man is dead. I mean, you can't sit here and tell me that you've been fearful of what this man could possibly do all these years if you were to post the article that you did, which I'm going to leave in the description if you want to read it yourself. But just going off of what I skimmed in the article, I was just like, wow, okay, this, brought up some other points that I wanted to bring to light that I think a lot of people don't think about. They, like I say, people think that black men are degrading and demeaning towards women, when really it's white men who are. These white men who control these black men, who whitewash them into demeaning and degrading women as well. It is a domino effect. That's what people are not realizing, and I wish more people would and understand it. These white people have, used their tactics to get into our minds, and that's the result. Let me know what you think in the comments below.